Hi, thanks for joining me. I am Patrick Ferris, the founder and president of the Ferris Media Influencer Network, and you're here to find out about 5 proven tips to help improve the results of your influencer marketing campaign. First, the overview. Choosing the best or the most relevant influencer is the most important thing you can do to improve the results of your influencer marketing campaigns. But what exactly makes an influencer the best for your campaign? Well, I'm going to show you 5 things you can do to find those best influencers in the next couple of slides. Tip number 1, understand your own requirements before you start. To pick the best influencers, you need to define your expected outcome. Some of the things clients have asked us about in the past is expected outcome ideas, building brand recognition, generating click-throughs to your website, driving e-commerce and retail sales, generating event attendance, motivating consumers to follow your social channels and or join your rewards or loyalty programs. And then also to grow your opt-in email database. Next, you need to understand where you want influencers to post and why. Because each channel, social channels, blogs, newsletters, they have features that will align with your expectations. So you need to understand where you want them to post and then which of those channels are used most by your target audience. And then make sure you understand the behaviors of your target consumers on each channel. Tip number 2, understand the type of influencers you want. Nano influencers, those influencers who have 500 to 10,000 followers, tend to have the highest click-through rates, 10% or more. Micro influencers, 10,000 to 100,000 followers. Another great spot to be with click-through rates of 5% to 10%. With mid-tier influencers, 100,000 followers to 500,000 followers, their typical click-through rates drop just a little bit, 3% to 8%. Then macro influencers, 500,000 to 1 million followers. Typical click-through rates for them drop quite a bit, from 2% to 5%. And then the mega influencers, those who have more than 1 million followers, it's 1% to 3%. So you can do the math and figure out which kind of influencers that you want. Remember, those nano and micro influencers are great for really niche topics. Tip number 3, communicate directly with influencers. This is a big tip. Don't simply reply on influencer platform data and their in-app communications to send offers to prospective influencers. You want to communicate with influencers directly, personally, ideally via email, and ask them to complete a form or survey that will provide you with all the data you need to evaluate them, including their contact information. Don't be afraid to call an influencer on the phone. Google Forms, we found, work really great. It allows you to compare all the information received from all influencers easily in a side-by-side method without having to click back and forth in databases. And it's super, super easy for influencers to use. And don't worry about it if you say, oh, those influencers don't want to fill out a form. Look, if they don't want to fill out a form and truly win your business, you probably don't want to work with them anyway. Number 4, ask insightful questions. When you create your influencer application form, consider asking some really strong questions. Here's a couple of ideas. Why would you be a good fit for this campaign? Like, have them tell you why they think be great. And the bigger, the better the answer that you get. It'll show you how committed they are to working with you and being successful. Ask them why they think their followers would be interested in your topic. Ask them if they've worked on similar campaigns or relevant campaigns, and if so, ask them to explain or even provide a link or 2 or 3 that shows that they've created really strong content that's similar or relevant to what you're doing. And then analytics. Make sure that influencers provide a screenshot of the analytics from the most recent 30 days. Don't look at a year long, don't look at anything else. Look at the most recent 30 days for total amount of followers, follower demographics, engagement rates, etc. Also ask them to provide the direct URLs to their social channels or blog, if a blog is relevant for your campaign. For blogs, for sure, ask them to provide their unique monthly visitors, not page views, unique monthly visitors. That's the unique quantity of people who've actually visited that blog in the most recent 30 days. For newsletters, ask them to provide total amount of opt-in subscribers, their average open rate, average click-through rate, and then ask them this question: what would be your fee to complete all the deliverables? Don't just say, hey, I'll pay you $400 to do this, or $1,000 or $10,000. Get the price from them first, and remember, all influencers negotiate price. Tip number 5, evaluate the data that you receive from the influencers. Meticulously review all of the data. Take the time to visit their social channels or websites before you contract with them. Look at things like their authenticity. The more authentic and genuine and relatable the content they create, the more likely you are to have trust and credibility, and that followers will take recommendations from those influencers more readily. You'll get more impact. In style, make sure that the influencer's content style aligns with your brand and your visual identity. Relevance. Select influencers who are recognized or known for creating content similar to or relevant to what you are asking them to post. And then last is cost effectiveness. Ensure their proposed fees are justified in comparison to other influencers who've applied. And you're going to be able to see that in the Google form, just side by side. Here's the dollars, here's the audience, here's the great answers. Evaluate the cost of working with each influencer. Really important now, including your time to manage the campaign, and make sure it all fits into your budget before you get started. Now, quick summary. These are just 5 tips. There are so many things you need to know to really create, implement, manage, and evaluate an influencer marketing program. We've been doing this for 13 years, since before influencers were even influencers. They were just bloggers. So we've really created this company and grown this company to help people like you to have great results across the boards on their influencer campaigns. Feel free to contact me. My contact information is right there. Feel free to schedule a meeting with me if you'd like to explore ways we can work together. And then just a quick overview. We're a full service influencer marketing agency. We are not an influencer platform that's do it yourself. We specialize in creating and executing influencer campaigns for consumer product and service companies, as well as their marketing agencies. Thanks very much for joining me. I hope this was helpful for you.